Good morning or afternoon, readers. Today we're going to be looking at main idea as we are reading today. It's really important for us to look very carefully at a main idea and thinking, what is this passage mostly about? Not just looking at the title, not just looking at the bold words, not just looking at the pictures, but taking it all together and trying to come up with what it's mostly about. So today, I'm going to show you how this one page has a couple multiple ideas. I'm going to model for you in my thinking. Now, yesterday you read about camp life. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to read the passage and be thinking as I read, one paragraph at a time, what is it mostly about? The second thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add on to each paragraph and see if I can add another statement. So let's look at this. Camp life. So in my head, I'm already thinking it's about camp life. And in the picture, I see them in the bunkhouse. And highlighted, we've got Sunday playing the fiddle, dancing. Not sure that's what it's mostly about, but let's start out in thinking, what is this mostly about? It was a long winter in those logging camps. We worked every day except Sunday. Then we washed our clothes, wrote letters home, and just took it easy. Of course, we were too far away to go home, even for a short visit, and any town was often miles away. So I'm going to ask myself, what is that mostly about so far? I'm thinking about mostly about the camp life on Sunday and the chores they did. So on Sunday, lumberjacks did chores. Okay, now as I'm going to go, I'm going to think, can I add something to it? On Sunday, lumberjacks did chores. All right, let's think. Working and living together at the time was not easy. Sometimes the men would be unhappy. One or two angry words could start a big fight. We had to find a way to let off steam and have some fun. Oh, we might plan special fistfights like boxing matches. Then guys could fight if they wanted to. Other times, we had contests to see who was best at sawing or throwing axes. Okay, so far we've learned about the lumberjacks do chores on Sundays, but they might also have to let off some steam and have contests. So do you see how I took one idea and then I added to it some? So I'm going to write down what I have so far and we'll see if we can modify it later. So in my workbook, I'm just practicing here on page 12 to 13A. So lumberjacks did chores on Sunday, and sometimes they let off steam with contests. Let's see if I can add anything to it as I continue to read. Nope, wrong one. All right, so I'm going to continue to read up here and see if I can add to that. I wanted to write a little bit down so I didn't forget. I was starting to run out of remembering space up here, so I wanted to write it down. If we were lucky, someone in camp could play the fiddle, then we'd start dancing and singing. After we danced and sang, everyone felt better. One of my family songs went like this. I'm just going to not read this part of the song, but it's a song. So now maybe I can add to it, oh, we were talking about music and dancing here. So the lumberjacks had chores to do on Sunday, and sometimes they had to let off some steam by having contests. In addition, they love to play music. I'm going to add that to not that one. I bet you have the same tab problem. In addition, they loved to play music. Okay, let me try this again. Okay, I'm going to add on to it and see if I can add anything more. See if it's mostly about that or just little details. Usually, as you're getting to the end, it's a lot more little details. The stags were the old leather boots. Shanty boys cut off the tops of them and wore them in camps and like shoes. And just like everything else in the logging camp, they had a special name. No, I'm not thinking that that has anything to do with what it's mostly about. It was just giving us a detail and a definition of what lumberjacks called boots, and they were called stags. So I'm going to go back to my main idea. I'm going to work it out and see if I can, again, too many tabs, see if I can figure it out. Maybe put it into one sentence. Lumberjacks did chores on Sunday, and sometimes they let off steam with contests. In addition, they love to play music. Lumberjacks did chores, played music, and had contests on Sundays. Look at that. I got it down to one sentence when I get that deleted. Now, my main idea would be in one sentence. So I combined all my ideas into one sentence to give my what it's mostly about. I'm going to leave this sample here for you because you are going to practice by reading page 12, which is called Stories and Heroes, and page 13, which is Big Wheels and Railroads. So, readers, as you're reading today in your lumberjack booklet on pages 12 and 13 in your booklet, make sure that you are looking for the main idea and thinking, what is it mostly about? And can I add to that? Good luck, readers.